Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today we're going to be continuing the build of the Unix. We're going to first just take away some hull and reshape the whole, just general hull design. So as you see here, we're just making it more thinner. The middle part, it felt too round. It needed to be more straight in certain areas. So that's why you see how I'm just making it like thinner and removing the curves, and that's what I've just done. So you see how I'm now making some tiny vents on the sides where it went in, and yeah, I thought that it gave a good touch to it. So you see here, I'm just shaving off parts just to make it look better in every kind of way. It takes a lot of time to just think, what are you going to do, what are you going to not do. But in the end, I came to a nice result. See here, I'm just hovering around thinking, what should I do now, what should I do now? I'm not really sure what I should do. And I think, yeah, maybe I should just add some more details than details. So, as you see here, I'm just whizzing around thinking, what is it more I can do before I start wedging everything out? And then, yeah, I just keep on changing things here and there. I'm just going to make the middle part look slightly more straighter. You see here, I'm making it slightly more straight. And I just think this will make it look better. It'll give a better feel to it, and it will not look plain and just round, like a round thing that someone has used symmetry with. Because you can very easily tell that certain ships have used all the symmetries just to build a ship very easily, and they tend to not look that great. If you just use one symmetry, however, the ships look really great. So here, continuing to fill it in, I was quite satisfied with the result of it. See here, just fill it in. I think that looks a lot better than how it was before. So I'm just going to level everything out and then make an outline of blue. And I think the outline of blue will just make everything stick out better. You see here, I'm putting some of the outline. And yeah, this will later have, of course, wedges on it. It won't look good just having it like this. I just keep filling in the blue parts and just to make everything stick out. I create another layer and place more hull. There's a lot of actually extra hull that could be taken away to place more shields, but it really does not matter. And I guess extra armor plating is good. So see, I'm extending the outline slightly, and just hovering around, and then I just place more like outlines on the top of it. Just place more here. So you see those SDBB anti-SDB missile core room. I just want to tell you guys that in the end of this build, I took away because it just lagged me out like crazy. I couldn't use it, and they actually just teleported away, and I had to actually save the blueprint, so they won't be in there later. But anyway, I'm just thinking, this R piece, it won't look that good, and then I eventually take it away. This R piece you see on the side, but for now I just leave it there, and I think I'm going to change the edges because they look too flat. So I go and try to extend it a little bit. If you see here, I'm going to just extend it forward and then make it curve down. And this was slightly inspired by Raven's Crusade, I think it was called. I can't remember. There was like some ship he made that had curved engines that was slightly inspired from. So anyway, I just continued building it, and yeah. And then these are just outlines because, of course, you have to start with outlines. You can't just start building. You have to start with outlines. And yeah, it turns out quite good. You see here, they look already pretty good. They're gonna have ice crystal, of course. They'll be bent sideways. It won't be noticed. The like blockiness of it won't be noticed because there's no ice crystal slabs or wedges. So the blockiness of the ice crystals will not be noticed because of the amount of light that will be emitted, which will just make it look smooth. So yeah, I'm just filling in everything with white because I, in the end, decided not to have it with blue. Let's see here. I'm going to then just fill it with white. And then after that, I'll begin with the ice crystal, which I was just describing to you before. And it takes it's quite annoying. It would be really good at StarMade if there was like some kind of copy-paste tool, because then, like, just simple things could be done very quickly. They're very tedious to do. So you have it in the ice crystal, and they don't look really like they're blocks. They look more like they're just slabs or sideways wedges. if you don't look at the side, like the part where the block's sticking out, it just looks like it's a flat surface because of the amount of light emitted from it. And later when I wedge everything out, you'll see that those blocky surfaces on the sides won't be noticeable. So you see here, I'm just gonna smoothen everything out, smoothen these things out, put some more, yeah, little things here everywhere, and then put some more lines. Just lines look good when you just randomly place them, and place some, have the lines go back along the ship. That looks pretty good. And yeah, I was just thinking, what should I do now? And then I put some more lines on the sides, connecting them and just making them look generally a bit better. And then I just extend those lines across the arc, and then yeah, I take the I extend the outlines even further on these slabs and all these curved places. Yeah, it becomes pretty good. So here. And then I just continue doing the same thing all the time. So after flying around a lot, I just decided to take away these winglets. I do not think they look good. I just took them away. They just stuck out too much. They did not look like they go into the theme. And then when I saw this, they looked so much better. This ship looked just so much better. And after that, I decided to just add some more detail to the engines and add some more design to the nacelles. You'll see here I'm first trying to style the engines up with these lines here, and it takes a bit of time for me to decide what to do, what to place, but eventually I come to a decision, and that will be to have them sideways like this, but then maybe not as densely packed. See here, I'm going to then remove one line, as you see here. I just think that looks a lot better. And then I add some more details to the nacelles. Let's see here, placing all of these blocks. Symmetry makes everything so much easier. And yeah, it takes a bit of time. It would be so much easier if you could copy stuff, like you could copy the diagonal line and you could just place it all along the ship. Some more blue hole to the inside parts of the walls of the engines, just make it look better. I just think it looks better. And I'm thinking a lot when I'm just like thinking, what should I do? What is it that I need to do? That's why you see me stopping. And I'm still going to just continue on these nacelles, and then after that, I'm going to place some decoration, not decoration, but like some black hole on the back of the fire engines, because I think black with the fire part looks good. And but that is after the nacelles are done. So I'll place down, just continue doing these diagonal lines. As I said before, it would be so much easier if they were copy pastable. And I add that little outline around the middle part, and then continue the same thing. And it's very soon done. See here. And then the nacelles are done. So then last thing, one of the last things I did was take away the arm thing, as I said before. It's gone. I just didn't think that looked good, and I just had this be plain like that. Saving entries just in case I lose it somehow. In case I maybe forget to do God mode, and then I do some eyes after because I've not used any shields up until now. And then I do what I've been telling you all the time, that I'm going to be doing the black hole on the engines. So you can see here, I'm doing a little pattern. I think that looks good. And then I just save again, and then I'm just going to do these lines here. I'm just going to extend them to the back. And then after that, I extend the white parts, these white lines on the arc. I just think it needs a little bit more of a detail. And add that. And that is done very quickly with the symmetry, of course. Symmetry is very useful. You see here. Done just in one line. And just fix these lines here because they look very bad. It's very strange. And I actually had misplaced one of them, so the symmetry made everything screw up everything. So if you probably didn't notice, but keep on trying to smoothen it out, and eventually I did it. I'm done. Yeah, I'm just zooming back and just check how I did it. And yeah, these cells, I think they just go on all my big ships. And the last thing I'm going to do then is attach the black part of lava to the back engine of the middle part of the ship. So you see here, I'm just doing that. I'm going to extend it further, just to like give it a bit of depth, and then do the little pattern in the middle of it. And then I just save the ship again, as you see here. Just doing that in case I get hit, as I said before, hit by a pirate, that is, not by anything else. And such as a meteorite, for example. And then I just add some more outlines to the back part of it, as you see here. Just extend more outlines, have to do outlines everywhere, just to make everything stick out and look so fabulous. And it doesn't just look good. It just looks good with outlines. They take a bit of time, but they always make everything just look so much better. And the thing is that when you have an outline, you add more hulls. So that is also a good thing about it. You're adding more hull, so you're adding more armor, but then you're adding also more price, which is, yeah, I guess a worse thing. But I mean, like, the ship perform better. Oh, I hiccup. And yeah, so I'm just taking away this ice crystal, and I think, yeah, well, I'm done now. So yeah.